and welcome my Taurus friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be my group reading for my Taurus friends to explore Mercury retrograde. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like we just finished Mercury retrograde. I know it was back in October, however, sheesh, it just keeps coming up. And I know it happens 3 times a year. It's just 3 times too many. So today we're going to explore what we can expect from Mercury retrograde, but more importantly, how we can overcome the challenges brought on by this disruption of communication. And it doesn't sound like it's much, but ooh, disruption from communication. Well, it impacts our lives in so many ways. So we are going to look at how we can overcome that. The cards I'm using for this reading are the Wild Unknown Tarot and the Energy Oracle. And like always, there are links below to both these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. Alright, my Taurus friends, let's see what the cards have to say. What cards represent Mercury retrograde for my Taurus friends? Alright. So the first one, the Moon. The 18th card in the Major Arcana. Now the Moon is a gatekeeper. You can kind of see it with the 2 tall trees there. The Moon lights our path through those mysteries and unknowns in our lives. And let's be honest, we're taught at a young age that anything and everything scary comes out at night. Those societal norms of fear based on night and the moon have really kind of dismissed and lessened that power that the moon has. We're looking at that goddess energy of healing, and we're looking at an insight and connection into your intuition. Those are going to be important pieces for you, that healing and intuition, because Mercury retrograde gives us a lot of challenges when it comes to dealing with people and communicating what it is we feel and want. Then we have the Son of Swords. This is also known as the Knight of Swords. So we've got that adolescent, no fear energy, willing to dive into the moon and all its amazing guidance and learn the secrets, because we have swords here, that truth and knowledge, those secrets that are going to help move us forward, help us to continue our evolution and transformation on our journey so that we're not slowing down. We may have a few more hiccups and stumbling blocks, however, we're not slowing down on this aspect. This leg of our journey should not be like kind of a molasses tar. Rather, it should be exciting, and we should dive into those deeper aspects of ourselves and find out those secrets that the moon is holding for us. Oh, ha! Then finally, the Hermit, the 9th card in the Major Arcana. And it talks about going inwards. The Hermit is our light. Very much connected into that moonlight, that guidance. We're going to need that to move forward. We have 2 very powerful cards wanting to support us in this journey. Using that goddess energy, and the Hermit energy for me always reminds me of that Merlin energy, that very old and ancient wisdom brought on by that healing. We have that yin and yang energy in our reading. That masculine and feminine, that balance is going to be key. It's really going to help bring that knowledge to the forefront. Alright, let's look at how we're going to overcome some of these challenges. Mercury retrograde gives you that ability to connect into some amazing guiding lights. However, we know that we're going to have challenges. Our communication is going to be disrupted. Our technology is going to give us a whole world of problems. Mercury does impact a lot of aspects of our lives. So let's look at how we're going to overcome some of these challenges. What guidance can we give my Taurus friends in overcoming the challenges of Mercury retrograde. Okay. The Mother of Wands, or the Queen of Wands, that feminine energy, connects into that goddess energy of the moon and really ignites that solar plexus. Wands are all about that inner fire, that inner will drive and power that we have. Those passion pieces. The solar plexus is all about that inner fire, drive, and willpower. Using and embracing that feminine energy, it's a little bit more passive than the male energy. Nurturing ourselves through that passion center so that we are able to gain the knowledge, so that we are able to move ourselves forward. We are able to overcome the challenges brought on by other people and by those communication errors, those technology problems. Now we do have the Hermit, which is a little bit of a recluse card. We need to be mindful. There's pieces and aspects that we need to embrace right now and we need to move forward on. It's not so much of an inner journey. If you see this owl, he's diving towards the moon, not the Hermit. They came out in a specific order, and I'm really drawn to that moon energy, not the Hermit energy. It's more that duality in that mystery, that yin and yang, if you will. Then we have the Six of Wands. Sixes are about balance and harmony. That wand, again, we're looking at that inner passion, that courage and determination. And the courage and determination is big because we've got the Knight here and we're getting a lot of that warmth from the wand. That inner flame and pushing ourselves forward. It's going to be essential. The Six of Wands talks about overcoming those challenges and being victorious. When we start to really embrace that passion center, those joys in our lives, and apply them in unique and different ways to really embrace what is happening for you in the here and now, you're going to find that it lessens the burdens and effects of Mercury retrograde. When we're not focused in so much on that societal norm or what others think, and we focus in on what's truly important to us, we raise our vibration. Raising our vibration will result in that growth and abundance we're looking for. Justice. Now Justice is for Rider-Waite, the 11th card in the Major Arcana. Here they have it as the 8th card. There are situations and decks like this that will move justice around, and they move it with strength. If you're doing the Fool's Journey, it doesn't make sense. I don't really like justice in the 8th position. I prefer it in the 11th. So I'm going to read it as the 11th. That is how I read this card, and that is how my high vibrational beings and guides know me to read the card as 11 rather than 8. So that's what I will be doing. I acknowledge it does say 8. However, in my tarot world, it's 11. So back to the Justice card. Justice is about that truth and knowledge. So again, we go back to that truth and knowledge piece. And more importantly, balance. That balancing aspect is going to be incredibly important. Keeping things in perspective, critically thinking about it, and allowing that sort of truth and knowledge to be at your side. Keeping things, like I said, in perspective is an amazing tool that we can really take and grasp hold of during Mercury retrograde. Not to mention this balancing piece. Keeping ourselves grounded and balanced will help us overcome any of the challenges and miscommunications that come forward. Oh, sorry. I love it when my cards catch up to what I just said. The Four of Pentacles. This talks about that grounding, that structure and stability. Fours in tarot are always about structure and stability. Pentacles are about growth and abundance. So when you get the two of them together, you're talking about that foundational support, that balance, that grounded and structured support. That, like I said, is going to help give you that basis to be able to critically think about things and overcome the challenges of Mercury retrograde. Then we have the Four of Cups. Now I just said fours are about foundation. Now the cups are about intuition and emotion. We're getting back into that intuition. And intuition is usually a gut instinct. So we're looking at that emotional piece. However, it's a little bit different here. We're looking at that critical thinking and applying it to our intuition. So we have two aspects here. It's that yin and yang that I was talking about. The intuitive guidance nestled in with that critical thinking. We need to keep the two literally in balance, that yin and yang. We need to have the guidance of our intuition and the higher vibrational beings, and we need to use that sort of truth and knowledge to deal with that miscommunication and interpersonal experiences that we're going to have. So we have to keep those in balance. Now, the Four of Cups talks about missing the bigger picture, missing that guidance, that support, those pieces, the Holy Grail, if you will, from the universe. In the original card, there's this fellow sitting underneath the tree, and Pamela Coleman Smith drew him very kind of frustrated and almost having that mundane, oh my God, is this my life? Is this it? Look on his face, with 3 cups in front of him. And this wistful hand outreached and trying to show him one piece. That piece of the puzzle that will help cascade him into that right area, into a more fulfilling lifestyle, a more fulfilling and joyous life. We need that guidance to gain that Holy Grail. The goddess energy of the moon and that very Merlin energy of the hermit are going to work together to help you to grasp hold of that Holy Grail so that you are able to find that fulfillment. It will help us overcome those challenges of Mercury retrograde, but like I said, we're not getting stuck in Mercury retrograde. It's so easy just to say, oh, it's Mercury retrograde, I'm going to get nothing done. Well, actually, this is showing the contrary. This is showing that you're going to be able to gain some amazing growth. We've got the Four of Pentacles. We've got the Son of Swords. Those are showing movement and they are showing growth. Now we do have double fours. So in angel messages, when you have that multiple 4, the angels are telling you it's a time to focus on building that foundation and ensuring you maintain groundedness. Just like I'd said before. Again, I love it when angels reconfirm what I've been saying and the cards catch up to what I've been saying. And then the final card, the Daughter of Cups, or the Page of Cups. Pages are, in this case the daughters, are that childlike innocent energy that's full of curiosity, excitement. They have that inquisitive mind. This should not be something that we fear or something that we find mundane and we just are, it's something that we just have to do. This should be fun. We should enjoy what we're doing. That way we find new and exciting ways to bring in our passions, connect in with the universe, and push ourselves forward. Raising our vibration, manifesting what we want, and creating fulfillment in our lives. Like I said, I see the Justice card as 11. Daughters or pages are the 11th card in the minor arcana. So in angel messages, that multiple 11, it's telling you to listen to your deeper intuition. Again, we go back to that intuitive state. That intuition will help move you forward, while the critical thinking skills will help you overcome those challenges of Mercury retrograde. Let's go into some blessings. What blessings will support my Taurus friends in overcoming the challenges of Mercury retrograde and embracing the messages of this phenomenon? Okay, so as you can tell, we had a number hit the table, and I enjoy it when they hit the table rather than the floor. The first one, Angel of Strength. And it's funny because I talked about the Strength card. This is connected into that Strength card. The Angel of Strength talks about using your willpower and determination to overcome those challenges. It connects you into that infinite energy of the universe, so you're not depleting your resources of strength. You're adding to it so that you are able to overcome any of the challenges. We have the natural skills and abilities to overcome everything that we're faced with. It's just we don't always remember what those skills and abilities are. We sometimes have to learn the hard way that we have that knowledge or access to that knowledge when we need it. The fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, an amazing support. So your fourth chakra is your heart chakra. Archangel Raphael is the healing archangel. Connecting the two in, very common. He works with your heart chakra a lot. Being open to these intuitive messages, being able to start to heal and move yourself forward through understanding and knowledge. Archangel Raphael can help to heal some of the past pieces that are holding us back, because let's be honest, we all have those past pieces. He can help heal some of those heart wounds that we're going to have through miscommunication through the Mercury retrograde, and help us smooth over any of those challenging spots or pains that we're dealing with. Because let's be honest, some of these communication problems are going to hit home, and they're going to hit some older, more painful memories. He can still help to start to heal some of those pieces with you. Then the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. I love Archangel Ariel. I don't usually connect it too much to my sacral chakra, which is your second chakra. Archangel Ariel is connected to animals and the wilderness. She's what I like to call the environmentalist of archangels. She connects us to that bigger sense, that bigger feeling of community. When we're looking at those amazing little animals that we care for in our homes, the birds and other wildlife that live in our communities, they too are impacted by Mercury retrograde, not to the extent we are, but they feel those astrological phenomenons a lot more than we do. Working with them and making sure you're taking time to work with especially your pets, and those important animals in your environment. Asking Archangel Raphael to work with Archangel Ariel. They do it a lot when they're looking at healing the animals of the world and in our communities. Now, the second chakra is your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra deals with that emotional flow. That's why I don't usually connect Archangel Ariel too much to it. She obviously can work with it. All the archangels can. However, like I said, she's more that wilderness archangel. Your second chakra is going to come into play more with the Mother of Wands, that Queen of Wands, that emotional flow. Things can get really on the emotional side during Mercury retrograde. Our passions and our emotions start to get the better of us. That is when we need to really look at that critical thinking skill, taking that step back so we can really understand what's happening. Rather than emotionally react, we start to critically think about that situation. And then finally, the Sun. The first card in this oracle deck, and it talks about that joy, that light and love. Yes, Mercury retrograde has a tendency to make us have some stumbles. However, staying in that high vibration, that loving energy, will help you stay in that high vibration so that Mercury retrograde and some of the conflicts that we're going to feel through it don't bring us down, that don't slow us down. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and that you're able to gain some direction and insight into Mercury retrograde. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. I have much more coming your way, and I'd hate for you to miss any of it. So the best way to stay connected and not miss any of the insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Taurus friends,